This is take fucking 3. Oh my fucking god. Oh, grrr. Hey riders, how's it going? Thank you guys so much for joining me on my channel for another vlog, okay? This week I'll be talking about the Grammys. Who won, what happened, all that kind of stuff. I sat my ass down for 3 hours watching the Grammys, took some notes, basically because I wanted to talk about it on my vlog and share it with you guys, my thoughts. Yeah. That's what's happening this week. Before we get started, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, click that like button for me. What the fuck did I just say? Click that like button for me, as well as subscribe to my channel, youtube.com/rfloresvlogs for vlogs every Tuesday. And be sure to follow me on my social media, which will appear on the screen below: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Okay, let's get on with this video. So before I go on with like the review of what happened at the Grammys, I do want to clear a few things up because I've seen a lot of people post things online and they seem confused because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about when it comes to the Grammys. So I'm just gonna clear a few things up now before we get into the review. Okay. So first, eligibility. What determines if an artist's album is eligible to win a Grammy? So first, the album must have been released between October 1st, 2016 and September 30th, 2017. So they must have released their album in between those two dates. The second thing is their album must have been commercially released in the US by a label via the internet or mail order or retail sales. And the third thing is the album must be available for sale within the eligibility period through to at least the date of the current year's voting deadline. So basically, if you're posting your stuff on SoundCloud, you ain't winning a Grammy, okay? At least not yet. Damn. So who can vote in the Grammys? Basically, Recording Academy voting members are the only people that can vote on the Grammys. Media companies do not vote. So members are professionals in the music industry with creative or technical credits on at least 6 commercially released tracks. So basically these people are just not any hillbillies off the street voting for Grammy Awards or whatever. They've done some stuff in the industry. They're pretty known. They have credits. They work with people. So, you know, I guess they deserve to have a say when it comes to something like this. Voting members can include vocalists, conductors, songwriters, composers, engineers, producers, instrumentalists, all these type of people. As long as you meet that requirement, you good, you can vote. Of course, there are other ways to be eligible to be a voting member for the Grammys. The first is you are credited with 12 physical or digital tracks released online and currently available for purchase, with at least 1 track in the past 5 years. Can you tell that I'm reading this off my computer? The second one is if you've won a Grammy before. So basically, if you won a Grammy, you can vote. And the last thing is, the third thing is you got an endorsement from a current voting member. So those are all the ways to be eligible to be a voter. I hope that clears some stuff up. The next thing I want to talk about is the Record of the Year award, because I feel like a lot of people are confused between Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and Best New Artist actually. So those are the 3 awards that I'm going to discuss right now. So Record of the Year basically recognizes the artist's performance as well as the overall contributions of the producers, recording engineers, and or mixers if other than the artist. So that basically recognizes the record, whereas the Song of the Year award recognizes the songwriters on the song. Get it? The difference? Record of the Year, Song of the Year, that's the difference. And then the last award that I want to quickly discuss is the Best New Artist award, which defined is, and I quote, for a new artist who releases during the eligibility year the first recording which establishes the public identity of that artist, end quote. Okay. And note that this is not necessarily the first album released by an artist. So basically, an artist can win the Best New Artist award even if it's not their first release. If you guys wanna, you know, inform yourselves and read about more about the Grammys, I'm gonna link the stuff that I read in the description below. Feel free to do all the research you want on the Grammys, because I know I don't know everything. I don't know the definition of all the awards, but I just chose a few to inform you guys because I just seen that there's just a lot of confusion around these artists, and not artists, these awards, and basically who votes and what's eligible. So yeah, I just wanted to clear that up for y'all. Okay, so what actually happened at the Grammys, Ryan? You sat your ass down for 3 hours, you best know what happened. I'm gonna discuss it right now. but be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Okay, so the Grammys opened with a performance by Kendrick Lamar, which in my opinion was so awesome. He killed it. Like, damn, you killed it up in there. Girl. There's definitely some political message behind the performance, which, okay. That drummer though, looking like something from a nightmare with her hair in front of her damn face. She was good though. The show opens up with James Corden. This is the second time he's hosting the Grammys. I mean, you couldn't find anyone else? And then we have a performance by Lady Gaga. She did an acoustic performance with a piano and a guitar, and the piano had like wings on it, and she wore this white dress. She actually looked really nice. Like, she didn't wear like a meat dress this time, which was great. And honestly, her performance was truly a beautiful one. It was nice. It was nice. And then we go on to announce the Best Rap or Sung Performance Award, which was given to Loyalty by Kendrick Lamar and Rihanna. And when they went up to accept the award, I initially thought Kendrick would not let Rihanna talk at all because that's what it seemed like. And then obviously Rihanna talked, and then there was like some awkward thumbs up going on in the background by Tony Bennett. Lol. And then we had a performance by Sam Smith. And damn, he sung his song Pray. The run that he does when he sings the word pray, okay, you done sent me to another universe with that run, okay? I always really liked Sam Smith's like tone. It's just so unique. Yeah, every time I hear his voice, like I know it's him. The thing though, like in parts of his performance, he looked kind of lost. Like he was just like, he was singing, but he looked like he was staring into the distance and was just completely lost. I don't know. That's what it looked like. I'm just reading my notes here and I have like Nick Jonas and Kelly Clarkson who came up to announce something, I guess. And I'm like, her hair? Let's just bring up a picture of her hair real quick at that moment in time. Damn, her hair pretty much describes my life. It's in shambles. And then we have the Best New Artist Award, which was given to Alessia Cara. Okay, yes, Canadian from Brampton. Oh, I liked her acceptance speech. It was just so, like, obviously she wasn't expecting to win the Best New Artist Award, but it just felt so real. Like, her emotions, the way she reacted. She was talking about how she dreamt of winning Grammys in her shower, and now it's like, it has come to reality. And at the end, she was saying stuff about supporting real music and supporting real artists, which I totally am behind. And yeah, congrats to Alessia Cara for winning Best New Artist. And then this comedian, I guess, named Jim Gaffigan comes up and like they introduce him and everything. And then he opens with a line, "I haven't heard of me either. You're canceled." Then we have a performance by Little Big Town. The drummer that's drumming, he's really into the song. Like, damn, he's really into the song. That first girl that sung, "You flat, but I love your tone though. But you flat." I love those harmonies. Yes, you better get it with the harmonies. Here's the thing, after they finished singing their song, which was called Better Man, I was like, of all the songs you could have chosen out of your catalog, you chose to sing this song. I sound like I'm Simon Cowell right now, but it just sounded so safe. It just sounded way too safe to be singing at the Grammys. Like, you could have sung something a little bit more exciting. Next, we had a performance by Gary Clark Jr. and Jon Batiste, who did a tribute to Chuck Berry and Fats Domino, which, by the way, was lit as fuck. The piano player, oh my God, god damn, you better arch that back. When he was standing up, and he had his back like arched, like, oh my God. They were both really into it. It was great. Next, the award for Best Pop Solo Performance, which was awarded to Ed Sheeran for Shape of You. I mean, okay. The thing is, the people who were announcing it, Gary Clark Jr. and Jon Batiste, when they announced it, the way they announced it though, lol, it was like eye roll emoji, like, damn. The more awkward thing was Ed Sheeran wasn't even present at the Grammys, so they just accepted it on his behalf, but even that was awkward. There was another awkward thumbs up. Yeah, let's just move on. Then we had a performance by Daddy Yankee and Louis Fonsi, Despacito, which, you know what, is actually a pretty catchy sounding song. I was just happy not to see Justin Bieber on there. We don't need you, goodbye, you are the weakest link. And then we had a performance by Childish Gambino. Yeah, that was nice. There was a girl playing the percussion and she was holding that shit down. Yes, you better get it with that percussion playing, okay? And those backup singers though, yes, they be snapping like, with attitude. This kid comes out, and I don't know his name, but he comes out and just randomly slays his vocals. He just came out and started doing all of these vocal runs, and I was like, okay, yeah, you better sing. Next, we have the award for Best Rap Album, which was given to Kendrick Lamar. finally. In his acceptance speech, he said something, and I quote, "It's really about expressing yourself and putting that paint on the canvas for the next generation." Which I agree. Yeah, we definitely do paint that canvas for the next generation of artists. Yeah, I agree with that. And then at the end, he was like, "Jay-Z for president." And I was like, fuck no. And then we had a performance by Pink, who sung her song "Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken." There was a girl like singing the song in sign language. Is that even the right way to say it? I don't know. There was someone there doing sign language while Pink was singing, which was great. Love it. Those high notes you be singing, Pink? Damn, you better get it with those high notes. Her performance was so simple, yet filled with so much emotion and passion. But other than that, it wasn't very exciting, but okay. And then James Corden had the segment called Subway Car Karaoke, based off of his popular segment Carpool Karaoke. James, Shaggy, Sting, they're in a subway car in New York. What got me was just the facial expressions of the people on the subway train. Like, literally, that's my life. Like, I do those facial expressions every single day in my damn life. The next performance we had was Cardi B and Bruno Mars, which I was kind of looking forward to because I was curious to see how this all played out. And they sang their song Finesse. Yeah, you know what? Actually, it was really good. There was like this whole throwback vibe to it. Overall, a really good performance. I feel like Cardi B was lip syncing, but I can't confirm that, but I feel like she was lip syncing. And then the next performance we had was a duet with Sting and Shaggy, which was kind of weird, to be honest. It was weird. They sang Englishman in New York. Yeah, that's all I can say. It was a really interesting duet. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it, but I don't like it. After that, we had a performance by DJ Khaled, Rihanna, and Bryson Tiller with the song Wild Thoughts or whatever. Honestly, DJ Khaled needs to shut the fuck up. Put your hands up. That's right. We at the Grammys. Like, can you? No, just shut up. Like, he actually needs to shut up. Other than that, Rihanna slayed that performance. Okay, you better get it, Rihanna. And then we had a tribute performance featuring Maren Morris, Brothers Osborne, and Eric Church. And I get the tribute. The tribute was to the victims from the Las Vegas shooting that happened at that country music festival. And they sang Eric Clapton's song Tears in Heaven, which I get why they did this. And I really like that they did a tribute to this. But you couldn't get Eric Clapton to sing it? You couldn't get Eric Clapton to sing his own song because this cover was whack. This cover wasn't even that great. Like, I was like, I like the message you're trying to convey and what you're paying tribute for, but you could have just gotten the original artist of the song. Like, that would have been great. And then we had Janelle Monáe come up to introduce the next act, and Janelle Monáe delivered an awesome speech, and I'm gonna quote a few things she said from her speech. Quote, "We come in peace, but we mean business." Basically, she's talking about women in the music industry. "Time's up for pay inequality, time's up for discrimination, time's up for harassment of any kind, and time's up for the abuse of power." Girl, you got me. That beautifully said, beautifully said. So Janelle Monáe set us up to introduce Kesha's performance. So she sang her song Praying, and it was emotional. Like, Kesha cried at the end of her performance. Like, it was damn emotional. And if you know what happened to her and what she went through, like, I can understand why it's emotional to her. The thing is, Kesha was kind of with the vocal performance, but you know what? Having said that, you could definitely feel the emotion. You can definitely feel the message and the passion in the performance, and the message, it was just so powerful and it was so moving. It was really nice. She was pulling some Mariah Carey shit, like doing all of this with her hands. Yeah. You know what? Sometimes music is able to deliver a message with much more impact than just regular words. And I feel like for songwriters at least, and for me as a songwriter, I feel like I can convey whatever I want to say through song a lot more effectively than just, you know, writing a letter or saying it in regular words. Props to you, Kesha. And then we had a performance by U2, Washroom Break. And then we had the award for Song of the Year, which was awarded to Bruno Mars for That's What I Like. They went up to accept the award, and there was this one guy in the background, I don't know who he was, but he was wearing that, you know, that face mask thing, which I don't know why that's a thing. Is that even a thing? Like, what the fuck? It just looks like you have perpetual SARS. Okay. And then we have a segment again featuring James Corden. He had a bunch of these celebrities read parts from the book Fire and Fury. And again, coming in on the fact that these Grammys were very political, once again. So they ran through a bunch of these celebrities, one of them being Cardi B. Oh, again, DJ Khaled with the annoying sayings that he has. DJ Khaled, you're canceled, shut the fuck. And then at the end, we had Hillary Clinton, which was people be cheering. Okay, that's kind of, is that controversial? Let's move on. Then we had another duet performance, this time with Elton John and Miley Cyrus. That's an interesting one. Elton John and Miley Cyrus. So they ended up singing Elton John's song Tiny Dancer, which I really love. And whenever I hear Elton John's voice, just because I grew up listening to Elton John, just because my dad was such a big fan of Elton John's records, so listening to his voice, it's just nostalgic to me. So every time I hear Elton John sing, it just reminds me of when I was younger. Anyway, so Elton John and Miley Cyrus did their thing. It was so weird though, because Miley Cyrus would be singing to Elton John and Elton John's on the piano. Like, she would be looking at him and Elton John did not give a fuck. Elton John didn't even acknowledge he was there. Oh my God, it was so weird to watch. I don't know. The duet wasn't bad. Like, their performance wasn't bad. It's just, I don't think it was Elton's best duet. Let's just leave it at that. Next, we had a tribute to Broadway because the Grammys were being held in New York. So we had two performances. The first one was by Ben Platt, who sang Somewhere. Yeah, I'd never heard of this guy, but he got a nice voice. He got some crazy ass runs though. And then the next person that performed was Patti LuPone, and she sang Don't Cry For Me Argentina, and damn, she had 5 microphones in front of her. She has an incredible voice. Not gonna lie, incredible voice. And then we have a performance by SZA, who did her song Broken Clocks. Honestly, SZA was one of my favorite artists, and her record Control was one of my favorite records of 2017. She lit. Those backup singers better get it, yeah. Wasn't feeling that wardrobe though, SZA, so you better fix that. Then we have the Record of the Year award, which went to none other than Bruno Mars for 24K Magic. I mean, was this really the record of the year? Was it? The next performance was won by Chris Stapleton and Emmylou Harris. I'm reading my notes and I'm like, who the fuck? I mean, I like their harmonies, but other than that, bye. Next, we had a performance by Logic, Alessia Cara, and Khalid. And that was also another very moving performance. Logic is really good, but I just felt like there was some autotune happening in the beginning. Don't, drag me in the comments for it, but I feel like there was autotune on Logic's voice. Okay. Alessia Cara, I mean, congrats again on the Best New Artist Award, but what the hell are those pants? Other than that, again, like I said, the message of the song and the performance was powerful, especially after what Logan Paul did. And then lastly, we have the award for Album of the Year, which went to, again, Bruno Mars for 24K Magic. His acceptance speech where he was like, don't cut me off. Honestly, Bruno Mars, like, I'm not gonna doubt his talent because he's very talented and he's a great singer. He still manages to cut through all the music that's being put out recently, because I just feel like a lot of the music that's being released nowadays, I'm kind of like, I don't like it. I don't know. And the thing is, it's not that I'm just stuck in like a time where music was better. I don't know, my playlist is just forever stuck in the late 1990s, early 2000s. But here's the thing, like I curate playlists every month and I listen to music every week. So it's not like I'm not listening to what's out now, but it just feel like a lot of the new stuff sounds the same. That, or it just doesn't sound good. Or you're just doing a lot and you are the weakest link, goodbye. Yeah, but Bruno Mars clearly still manages to cut through all of that and take over the Grammys. Okay, congrats Bruno, you part Filipino. It's cool. That's it. That was the Grammys. Those were all my notes. A few final notes that I do want to kind of discuss before we end off this week. I think it's reasonable to assume that not all of the voting members are familiar with every category in the Grammys and every artist, which means that bigger artists are more likely to get nominated. Keep that in mind. And another thing to keep in mind, I'm gonna share with you guys a quote from Rob Kenner, who's a Grammy screener, and he wrote for Complex that, quote, famous people tend to get more votes from clueless Academy members, regardless of the quality of their work, end quote. Yeah, thank you guys again for watching this week's vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed my Grammys review. Hope you guys got something out of it, because I actually learned a bit from researching what the Grammys were. If you like this video, click that thumbs up button for me, as well as subscribe to my channel, youtube.com/rfloresvlogs for vlogs every Tuesday or whatever. And follow me on all my social media, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. And be sure to share this vlog and my channel with your friends, your family, everybody out there. Share. And I'll see you guys in next week's vlog. Bye.